Wild en wonderlik, met trots aan u gebring deur Wild&Jag. Jou alles in een bron tot die wild&jag bedryf. Welkom, jy kyk na Wild en Wonderlik, WILD&WONNERLIK se weeklikse nuusprogram. Ons bring vir jou vandag 'n propvol program met opwindende nuus. Die span het die kans gehad om die Thaba Tholo veiling se hoogtepunte vas te vang en ons woon ook Rhino 911 inisiatief se bekendstelling by. Nuus in die bedryf is moontlik gemaak deur WILD&WONNERLIK. Kom raak weg saam met ons in die bos. Dozens of protesters have marched in Kenya's capital to protest plans to build a railway line through the country's oldest national park. The Chinese project would cross 6 kilometers of Nairobi National Park. The chairman of a coalition for wildlife conservation handed the director of the Kenya Wildlife Service a petition demanding an alternative route for the railway line. The director, Katili Mbati, says he welcomes alternative proposals. The 17th meeting of the Conference of the Parties Societies will be held in Johannesburg, South Africa on the 24th of September to the 5th of October 2016 at the Sandton Convention Centre. While no firm decision is expected on the fate of rhinos and horns, the rhino debate is one of the most anticipated at the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, which will see 183 countries converge in South Africa to debate the fate of the world's most endangered wildlife species. Countries are expected to ensure that endangered species are on the right lists for trading or non-trading. Any decision made at the conference has to be enforced by each member state. The 2-week conference is widely expected to be one of the most critical meetings in the convention's 43-year history, with a record number of 62 proposals that will be voted on. Ons kuier saam met is aan die gebring deur Otterskloof Private Game Reserve. Ons het gaan kuier by die Thaba Tholo veiling wat oor 2 dae gehou is verlede week in Tabazimbi. En dit was 'n veiling vir die boeke.
Die veiling het reeds die donderdag afgeskop en slegs swart-wit pense is op hierdie dag verkoop. Buffels en ander wild is vir Vrydag gehou. Vrydag se hoogtepunt was egter die buffelbil Inala met 'n horinglengte van 51 3/8 duim wat die manne op hul tone gehad het. Vername wildboere in die bedryf het van reg oor die land die geleentheid bygewoon en as hulle nie in lewende lywe daar kon wees nie, het hulle telefonies deelgeneem.
We've got a dedicated telephone bidding table at the back as well, and I assume there's going to be lots of telephone bidding today, so please bear with us.
Inala was last measured in August 2014.
Folks, in very close to 30 years of auctioneering, he is certainly, without a doubt, one of the most spectacular individuals that I've ever had the privilege of auctioning. Right, so where do we start? That's the interesting part. Who says? What about 5 million? Yeah! Right, there we go. Number 5, number 6, and then we have number 6, number 8, get 8 million, have a 10, 10, get a 10, and gonna make a sum of 35, the number 35 million now. The bid is right here, 35 million, and gonna make a sum of 35, and there we have the number 35, and number there now. 38 million, the sum of 38, and there we go. We have 58 million, and gonna make it the sum of 58 million, let's see the 16 million there. Right the side we have the number 60 million, and gonna make a sum. How we done? At 60 million, we got to go now, and gonna make some. We have 72 million. 72 is what we got. I'm going to make a sum of 72 million there. I'm going to make a sum of, here's the ham now, and the bill's up and down there. At 72 million, guys, are we done? Let's make no mistake, 5. 75 million we have. And on the top of 95 there. 8. 100 million. 100 million we have. We've got a bit of 100 million now. I'm going to make 100 million now. We have it on 100 million there. And 135 million. At 135 million, guys, are we all out this time? Hockey's bid, 135 million, fair warning guys, and 38, and 40, 140 bid, 140 now, 140 bid, 140 million, the bid is right, you get a 140, what do you stick at a 140 million? I want to tell you something, why don't you stop talking and look at that picture, and give me 150, 148's over here, 148 there, look at the picture, 150, can I make it? 148 we got. The bid is right there with Oki. But I want to give you guys a chance. 148 million. Hammers up and done. Here's the hammer. 60. 160 million. And 160 million, guys, are we through? I'm going to make another one. Go 160. And 165 million. The bid is on the phone. The bid is on the phone. At 165 million, guys, are we done? The hammer's up. 165 for the first time. 165 and 8. 168 million we have. At a 168 million, guys, are we done now? At 168 million, I'm giving him a chance. All through, all out, and all done. 168 million there, I'm sure. Thank you very much indeed. 168 million, let's get a big hand the folks.
Die kopers is Pieter Toy, Wikus Pretorius, Norman Adamy en Vennote.
Well, I think he deserves a big hand.
Wel, my groot ding is, ek is mal oor buffels. Ek het die ou groot man, Matetsi, is 18 en 'n half jaar. Ek hou Finala die laaste 4 jaar dop en dit was my grootste droom om hom in te gekry het by ons teeling en ons het vir hom gewag. Hy is elke jaar vir ons gewys, maar hy was nooit te koop aangebied nie. En ek het geweet hy gaan nie goedkoop kom nie en jy moet baie keer vasbyt en jy moet nie altyd verreken teen 'n 3 jaar of 'n 5 jaar nie. Hierdie is 'n 10 jaar belegging. Hierdie is ek is ongelooflik bly om deel te kan wees om hom te kan koop. Ongelooflike dier, ja.
Maar kom ek sê vir julle aan die einde van die dag is dit maar so. Dit is Inala, dink ek gaan ons oor 10 jaar van nou af gaan die naam nog steeds praat. Dis die tipe brand naam wat hy het. En so die dag het stadig begin en ons het dit verwag met kleurvariante, goedkoop pryse gegaan, 15, 20, 24.000 rand op van die diere. 50 en 60 en 70.000 rand vir goue gemsbokke. 70.000 en 130.000 vir hounds. Ongehoorde lae pryse. En as jy dit net daarop gevat het en jy het 'n voorspelling aan die begin gemaak, sou jy sê maar die wildbedryf is besig om te val. As Thaba Tholo se veiling sulke lae pryse kry, dan gaan alles mos in die grond in knetter. En ons het net gesê maar dit wat ons gister gesien het, dag 1 wat die ysbreker was, moenie bekommerd wees nie, ons bou op na 'n crescendo toe. En daai crescendo was net ons wildste drome. Ek dink niemand het voorsien dat dit daar gaan kom nie. Ek het gehoor die mense praat van 100 miljoen dalk 'n bietjie meer, maar nie 168 miljoen nie. Dit is die wildste verwagting ooit.
The Game&Hunt TV crew had the opportunity to attend the official launch of the NGO Rhino 911 last week.
To curb the rising number of rhino kills and surging demand for illegal rhino horn in Southeast Asia, Rhino 911, a non-profit organization, was established by Fred Hees, an expat from South Africa and president of BBM Incorporated USA, in cooperation with Bell Helicopters, Textron Incorporated, and Heli Africa Wildlife. What distinguishes Rhino 911 from other active anti-poaching efforts is their direct application of tactical air assets and support groups flying specially equipped Bell 407 helicopters. Pelham Jones, chairman of Private Rhino Owners Association, emphasized why it is important to approach South Africa's issue regarding poaching.
So South Africa is the bastion of some 20,000 rhino in Africa. We're a key stakeholder every which way, politically, from a conservation point, and from a security responsibility. The slide before you shows the growth and the plateau. I'm not going to call it a drop. That's premature, but we are doing a good job in negating the onslaught, despite a decline in figures, which you may have heard announced by the minister. If one looks at the stats going into Kruger National Park, incursions are up by 30%. So despite the fact that the poachers are attempting substantially harder to kill rhino, the ground forces, the APU, the air teams are holding the enemy at bay. And this is a highly applaudable, but however, I must tell you, we have our backs against the ropes. So the figure I show you, there's a forecast figure. Rhino down year to date is 702 animals. So I projected that out as to what I anticipate the figure will be by the end of 2016.
We had the opportunity to talk to the parties involved.
I was out here a year ago with a couple of customers from the US visiting a farm, and the pilot, Nico, started talking to me about the plight of the rhino. And strangely enough, I was horrified when I heard the statistics. And I asked some specific questions about what sort of technology and systems are they deploying to try and counter this. And I think there's a very unique opportunity here for us to make a difference. The Bell helicopter platform is ideal. The night vision and thermal images and sensors are absolutely world class, and they've already proven themselves. We were setting up shop here at AAD. A phone call came in from a vet saying that a rhino was shot, excuse me, right next to the Botswana border, and they couldn't locate the rhino. They knew he was going to bleed out and die, and the wound would probably end up killing him. We deployed 3 guys in the helicopter out there. Within 20 minutes after arriving on site, they were able to locate the helicopter using the thermal sensors, darted the rhino, subdued it. The vet cleaned off the wound. I'll give you some of the footage from the camera. Cleaned off the wound and got the animal up and going again and set him back into the bush.
It's quite a unique machine. I have to say we had sold actually many 407 around the world before. We had sold them from the Himalaya to the desert in the Middle East. But this is the first time that this helicopter is going that kind of mission. So it's quite unique in the sense that he has all the sensors we have installed in the aircraft, all the special thermal imaging to identify actually during the night all the poachers and to understand where the rhinos are located. And of course we have all the night vision goggles capabilities to make sure the pilots can fly in any condition at night, even when there is absolutely no visibility anywhere.
In die nuutste wild en jag, met trots geborg deur V&M Insurance Brokers. In die Oktober-uitgawe van Wild en Jag word daar klem gelê op die ribbok. Op bladsy 12 tot 15 kan jy gaan lees van die suidelike rooi ribbok. Prof Koos Botma skryf oor die dier se verspreiding, habitat, voedsel, gewoontes en voortplanting, bestuur en benutting en meer. Die ongunstige ekonomiese klimaat, tesame met ander faktore soos die droogte, het 'n definitiewe impak op die wildbedryf en veral lewende wildhandel. Dr. Flippie Kloete skryf in sy artikel Tendense van lewende wildveilings, pryse is steeds onder druk, maar wanneer daar meer holisties gekyk word, blyk dit dat die lewende handelsegment steeds relatief goed presteer. Lees meer hieroor op bladsy 106 tot 109. In die week wat voorlê, met trots aan die gebring deur Alzo Voere, voer met trots die Suid-Afrikaanse wild nalatenskap. Hier is wat verwag kan word in die week wat voorlê. Wildswinkel bied die wintersoek wildveiling aan die 22ste September op Kimberley en ook die Golden Breeders familieveiling die 24ste by Castle de Wild op Modimolle. African Game Auctioneers bied ook die 24ste September 'n veiling aan by Mpatamacha Wildsentrum. Vleis Sentraal hou Vrydag die 23ste September die Thabazimbi Wildlife Services se vlakte wildsveiling op Thabazimbi se skougronde. Gaan loer gerus op ons webtuiste wild&jag.tv vir die jongste nuus in die wildbedryf. Maak ook seker jy volg al ons sosiale platforms soos Facebook en Instagram. Tot volgende week. Totsiens. Hier is 'n kykie van wat verwag kan word by die wintersoek wildveiling.